Another shortcut. I feel like this is very much just like trying to copy Souls in the shortcut department. Because it's very much like Dark Souls 1 I think was praised for its connectability between the areas. Like, oh, you unlocked a shortcut and then you're like, oh, it's this place. Wow, so good, right? And I think that this game is trying to copy that. However, it's not great at copying it because this game is so convoluted. Like, yes, I know I'm back to a place, but it's just like... I wish it wasn't like that. I wish it wasn't just so convoluted. Things are gonna kill me. Especially with all the buildings. All the buildings look the same, so it's just like, oh, I'm trying to get to a place. But it's like, well, that place, you can see it, but it might be like 15 minutes before you get there. Because you have to go around the long way and open all the shortcuts to get there. It's trying to copy Dark Souls and have good level design, but in the end it's just kind of bad level design, in my opinion. Because they make everything super confusing to navigate, so everything looks the same. Like, sure, everything's supposed to look the same because it's just, like, the same area and the buildings are supposed to be, like, made that way because of architecture and stuff. But I don't know. It just is very confusing. I mean, after you go through it a couple of times, it's not as confusing, but the first time you're going through the places, it's just like, have I been here before? It looks similar to the place I was like 5 minutes ago and 2 seconds ago. Does this even go anywhere? I can't tell, there's too many trees. I think I'm going for it. Oh, I stopped. There's nothing in here, is there? Well, I made it out. I don't know. This game has like, it has jumping, it has like dashing and the grappling hook. So technically it should have okay level design, but it's not good. I don't like it. Could definitely have been better. Like, I think the only good thing about this game is the combat. And maybe the graphics. Because the story is confusing because I don't understand French, I guess. The level design is confusing. The quests are confusing and bad. Like, there's just so many bad things about this game that could be improved on. Like, I did enjoy the combat. The weapons are okay. There's only like 5 or 6 types of weapons. The armor's kind of whatever. Items, I didn't really use them. The modules were... The modules are basically just rings from souls. They're just buffs. I guess it defines your playstyle a little bit, because I have everything focused on immobilization and countering. And you can have it focused on, like, I don't know, frost damage or something. And whatever else you can do with it. That's the healing one, isn't it? Like, some of these areas do look very pretty, but some of them are just really confusing. I guess the charge attack would be better if you actually had the charge attack module. Because the charge attack is very, very weak right now. That hit me. Huh. Well, this sucks. You gonna explode? Yep. Oh god. Oh god! I can't even dodge out of fire because I'm being mauled. Another module key. They give you so much. Which is not a bad thing. Like, having more is better than having none or less. Because, like, let's say you didn't explore, didn't do any side quests or anything. You would be down module keys. You wouldn't have max, like I would. So you would miss module keys. But having more than you would ever need to spend fixes that issue. Sort of. Because you'll find some of them at least. Maybe. It just means you don't have to find all of them. You just need to find a portion of them. I don't even know if I've been in there. I'm very lost. that way. I probably can't even go up there. That always hits me. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Okay, so I need to be in there. I don't think I even need to be in there. Oh, I can jump across from here. Is there a reason to be down here? There's a chest. Okay, I'll kill him so I can explore. So I think it's just the chest. Wow, you can't make that because they made an invisible wall. Like, you can step on this ledge, but this ledge, nope. They really want you to do it this way. It's like, this game is also inconsistent with that. It's like the barrels. Some of the barrels, you know, they're breakable, and then others you're wondering why can't you break them? They look the exact same. Why is this floating? Okay, normally they're not floating like that. Oh, a shortcut. Am I gonna fight the boss soon then? I don't really need a reset. This is the Vestal I was last at, right? I better just touch it. Just in case it wasn't. I don't know. Oh, I can't even buy it. So how many extra module keys is there? 10. There's 10 extra. And for the last rank you only need 5. There might be more extras if I haven't found them.
Madame, the Estates General brandish the threat of rebellion. There is plotting afoot. They are stirring up the populace. Worse, they are making pacts. A number of representatives of the nobility and the clergy have taken up the cause of the Third Estate. As for my army, there is not a man among them I can trust. That is why I have made new arrangements for you. From now on, the Swiss Guard will no longer be protecting you.
Then who will, my love?
Take a look for yourself. And be assured you are in sturdier hands.
Whatever do you mean?
Isn't that Irutia? Monsieur Vaucanson's dancing doll?
Appearances can be deceiving, mesdames. The Count has made extraordinary improvements to this automat.
Aegis, this is Her Majesty the Queen. You are now to serve her. Make sure no harm comes to her and obey the orders she will give you.
Madame, I am at your service.
Bartolessa? He can speak.
This makes no sense. This is sorcery.
Make no mistake, mesdames, it is science, which we owe to the work of the Count. And which will soon be made known to the entire world.
Awakened 7 characters, but I didn't awaken anyone with that one. Huh. Wait. Where's this? Isn't this back to the start?
The marble courtyard is this way. Someone is expecting me. I can feel it. I must prepare for the worst.
I am back to the start. Okay, so. Oh, wait, is it fixed now? It was broken earlier. Oh my god, your attack's so delayed. So I looped all the way back to the start. But it's still broken. Do I have something to fix it? Yeah? What do you want from me, game? Did I miss something? Because it's not like I can just walk in. It didn't let me. No prompt, no nothing. And this is broken. I missed a pickup or something, didn't I? Do I break this one? And take it? What do you want from me, game? I'm so confused. Was there something in this room that I missed? Because I just ran past it? There couldn't be, right? Kinda don't want to go back in there. Huh? Literally nothing changed since I was at the start. I talked to the queen. Oh, I'm blind. No. For sure that wasn't there before. I definitely looked at that body when I was walking up before I went to this. I looked at that body and saw nothing on it. I'm sure I looked at that body. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I am blind. Whatever. Found it now. Replacement lever. You just put everything back in place. There's gonna be a boss. Okay. I have everything I need. I should be okay. Ooh, one last item to pick up. What's it gonna be? Alright. That's the boss? No way. There's no way. Its sword is very floppy. Are rapiers supposed to be that floppy? That slow motion looks terrible, especially on her cloth. It's Peacock! The Iron Queen. Ow. I can't parry, I'm bad. Alright, let's try that again. You've got a laser, of course you do. That's very fast. I got parried. Wait, what? What are you doing? Okay. 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 Ow. It's not terribly hard right now. You don't get knocked down. Whoa. Okay. Oh, she's gone unstable now. Uh-huh. It's alright, I'll just have permanent regen every time I pop that. That was not difficult. I was expecting more for a final boss? Or is that just phase 1?
You struggle in vain, dancer! You're not long for this world!
The slow motion as her clothes jitter.
Oh, see how the Aegis turns against its master.
master tyrant! You never were!
I am quite happy to concede this point, but what about the Count? Have you forgotten that he gave you life and whispered the order that animates you?
So why is she heavy
Look how
breath?
he runs, the coward! Do you understand what he has in mind? La pauvre enfant, sleeping so sweetly, she won't be dreaming for long now!
Croissant! Athenais!
You're an automat. Why are you breathing heavily?
Don't move!
The time has come to set you free, Aegis. This whore's soul has poisoned your cogs for too long. Adieu, sad puppet.
No!
Just shoot the knife. You have a gun.
Bonté Divine, I don't want to die.
Athenais. The sun is rising, and you have slept for far too long. The beauty of this world longs for you, just as you long for its light. For you are like the flowers that open in the morning. I know you, mon ami. We loved each other. Vous en souvient-il? You gave me your heart. So please, let me give you mine today. Vivez heureuse, Athenais. For it is happily that I leave this world.
This way, monsieur.
But she woke up very abruptly. All the others woke up just kind of slowly.
What?
She woke up as if she had a nightmare. The others woke up as they had a regular dream. That's what happened. Or that's what it seemed like.
Monsieur, we have the king. It is now up to us to wield his scepter. In this trying time, crucial decisions must be made without delay.
First and foremost, we must take back Paris.
And how do we do that, mon Dieu? There are automats everywhere, and they are constantly regenerated by their crimes.
My strategy is the only viable solution. Monsieur Laclos' cannonballs filled with vitriol.
And where will we find the means to carry out your plan?
The city of Versailles is full of ateliers and shops. Moreover, as far as we have been able to see, the king's army has barely been deployed there. And it will not be too risky to look around.
Very well. Now, regaining control of Paris depends on our combined efforts.
Mais ensuite, once peace has been restored, what of the kingdom?
This is indeed a crucial issue. Leaving the nation without a government would expose it to the greatest danger.
Worse, it would condemn it to civil war.
Eh bien quoi, monsieur? Can you not govern together?
Unfortunately, the disagreements that divide our assembly run far too deep. That which we can agree is that we have been given a chance to choose the person who shall succeed the tyrant.
I claim this honor.
Excuse me? For what reason, je vous prie?
Enfin, simply consider the arguments for it.
Speak, Monsieur le Marquis. You have our full attention.
To begin with, I rescued the Dauphin from his father's clutches and ensured the dynasty's stability. The child will reign as Henri V. We will appoint someone with great wisdom to act as regent until he comes of age.
Fie. The people do not need a crowned puppet.
Yes, they do. Now more than ever before. Once the Assembly has adopted a constitution, the people will welcome a sovereign who will protect it.
A king and a constitution, like oil and water.
Go on, Monsieur le Marquis.
Monsieur, I rest my case.
Very well. Monsieur, we must now make our decision. May each of us respect this decision, and set aside our personal interests for the sake of peace and the common good. Who among you approves the appointment of the Marquis de Lafayette?
Wait, he became king? Didn't I literally try to sabotage him as much as I could? By not giving him weapons and stuff. I guess the only thing I didn't do was
The court bows before the Marquis de Lafayette.
give the guy the one thing.
Louis de Bourbon, former king of France, in the name of King Henri, fifth of his name, in light of the innumerable crimes of which you have been found guilty, this extraordinary royal court sentences you to the ultimate atonement. The sentence will be carried out on the hour. In its great mercy, the court will now hear your last words.
My loyal subjects, since you must lead a lamb to the altar, since you must offer a sacrifice to this new France that you intend to found, I will be that sacrifice. How dreadful this world is, where beauty is doomed to fade and flesh decays. I found no consolation in this world. I vainly thought I was giving our souls the gift of immortality beyond our mortal bodies. The Grim Reaper was my sworn enemy. Influenced by the most awful of men, I believed that the genius of machinery could overcome death itself. Alas, I have lost this fight, and am branded with a mark of murderer. Life, even more than the crown, was heavy for me to bear. I have suffered too long under the thumb of nature, which I despised. As a child, I saw my older brother die. I lost my father in the prime of his life, and then my mother, who was even younger. My beloved daughter did not live a year. As for my son, the first of my heirs, I unknowingly gave him to drink from a poisoned cup. I mourn the death of these poor souls daily. My death will not unite us, of this I am certain. For I, in my misery, have lost the support of my faith. So, executioner, lay me down on this board of adieu. I will sleep now. Sleep at last, and not to dream.
So he spoke a little quietly there. I wonder if anyone heard half of what he said. Rip. Okay, well that's Steelrising. I don't know. I've talked about this game already. Like, I like the combat. The combat was the best part, probably. It was okay. The level design, traversing the level, was very meh. Very confusing. Story was very confusing. But that's because I don't speak French and I got confused on who was who and where was where, mostly. So I was like, who are these people talking to? Where am I supposed to go? And what's happening? Yeah, so that happened. That didn't really change. That kind of changed towards the end of the game. Like, pretty much the last mission. I understood who was who, sort of. Kind of, not really. A little bit. But I understood the story a little bit more. The side quests? I don't even know what was happening with the side quests because, again, I don't speak French. I don't know who the people were. I didn't know what they wanted. It was kind of confusing. The enemy design was okay. The mini-bosses were just basically enhanced versions of the regular enemies, except they weren't really, because they were really easy to beat anyways. The game was very easy. Very easy. Like, half the times I died it was because I was doing something dumb or I wasn't paying attention. I was very disappointed in that final boss. That final boss was very, very meh. I was expecting a more epic boss, but it was like, even the cutscene. The cutscene had those slowdowns, which made it seem like, oh, it's gonna be fast and stuff, or something. But it wasn't really. It was like a regular enemy. Like, sure, it was a little bit fast, but not very fast. It's like, sure, it shouldn't be super fast because you actually have to fight that thing, and you actually have to counterplay it, right? You have to be able to react to it. But they could have, like, did some effects to make it seem fast. And, yeah. What else was there? I don't think there's anything else with this game. The music's, it was okay in some parts, and then other times it was very meh. I think this game, people said it was trying to copy Bloodborne in terms of its combat. I'm not sure how close it is because I haven't played Bloodborne. I've seen like the first hour of Bloodborne or something, past that nothing else. But since I haven't played it, I don't know how well its combat is close to it. Like, the combat was interesting. You had your counterattack, which is your parry. It was pretty lenient. You had your elements, fire, ice, and lightning, all did different things. You could build around those, or you could just go like very heavy power build and just hit things hard. When I tried that, I don't know if I didn't have enough impact or something, or enough power into it, but I couldn't knock things down or stagger them, which is what I thought the build, the weapons would do. But it just didn't do that. Because they're so slow, that's why I assumed they would do. Oh yeah, and about the side quests. The side quests were all very meh. Because, like, it's just, a lot of the time it's just, go to area A, pick up an item, and go back to the NPC. That was the side quest. And then occasionally it was like, make a choice. That was your side quests. It wasn't great. Majority of the time, I don't think ever you were forced into like a boss fight or something for the side quest. You could probably run past everything. But since this was my first time playing, I didn't know the areas, so I killed everything, just so I could safely walk around and explore. The exploration was kind of meh as well, because, for one, some of the areas are locked behind side quests. I talked about this. You don't know it's locked behind a side quest until you get the side quest. Some areas are locked behind main quest, but the side quest tells you to go there, but you don't know it's locked behind a main quest. So you're just like, is it bugged? Oh yeah, this game's pretty buggy as well. So it's just like, and some areas, which isn't the worst, but they were locked behind your upgrades. You would know that these are locked behind your upgrades because, like, you can't break through this, you need a tool. So you're just like, oh, well, I just need to get that tool. I'll get it eventually, right? But the side quests and main quests blocking your path is just like, well... Oh yeah, and then there's the DLC. I have to talk to Abe to access it. So I guess I'll do that next. Because it seems to have put me out of the last area. What? Oh. Yeah, so... I think this is a bug. Can I load? No. I have to look up and see how to get that, because it's supposed to load me in so I could do the DLC. So yeah, I will look up how to actually do that. And if I can't, well, this is the end, because I'm not doing the DLC. I'm not playing through the entire game again just to reach the DLC. So, yeah, I might be done here.